Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. On today's video, I wanted to feature the fragrances that I'm super excited about wearing this fall season. And these fragrances are going to be from my Middle Eastern collection. I have so many Middle Eastern fragrances that I love so much. And if you're new here, then welcome. My name's Anna. I love fragrances. I love sharing my journey with you guys. Middle Eastern fragrances have really saturated the market. There's so many out there now, so many companies that are making these fragrances, and they're usually very affordable and they smell absolutely incredible, and the bottles are beautiful as well. If you haven't ventured into the Middle Eastern market, maybe this video will inspire you. I am based in Canada, so I do buy most of my Middle Eastern fragrances on FragranceBuy.ca, perfumeonline.ca, or FragranceNet. Those are my go-tos. I will link them all in the description. The fragrance we are going to start with is Choco Musk from Al Rehab, and this is the most affordable one on the list. You can usually find this one for under $20, and that is Canadian, so it's a great value, and this is a 50ml EDP. And this fragrance is a sweet, rich vanilla chocolate fragrance, very woody, musky as well. I love this one for when the weather starts to get cold. I find the best way to describe this fragrance is the smell of hot chocolate powder. That smell you get just when you would smell the actual powder of the hot chocolate, and it's lightly spiced. That is what this fragrance smells like. It is so nice. And the notes in this fragrance are vanilla, chocolate, musk, spices, cinnamon, amber, sandalwood, oriental woodsy notes, and rose. The rose is not very prominent. It's just very much in the background. And this fragrance is not a complete gourmand because of those amber notes and the woodsy notes. It keeps it from being a complete gourmand, but it's very gourmand leaning for sure. If a sweet, chocolatey fragrance with loads of vanilla sounds good to you, then try Choco Musk by Al Rehab. And the next one I'm super excited to wear this fall season is from Lattafa, and this is called Nasheed. It's a super hefty, very heavy bottle, and this one is supposed to be similar to Nishane Ani, which is a very popular fragrance. This is a woodsy, kind of fresh, spicy, a little bit of warmth, resinous, ambery fragrance. Can't wait to wear this one. I got this fragrance a little while ago, but I feel like I haven't really experienced the magic that is this fragrance. It's very resinous, it's very ambery. There's a note of frankincense in here, very woodsy, spicy, very deep and rich. This is going to be so nice when the weather gets cold. I did just respray it on a tester strip, and it's definitely much deeper and darker than when I first received it. It's maturing in several months. Oh, this is going to be so good, you guys. And this one does open up with Gaiac wood. There's a note of nutmeg in here, which is fairly prominent, and I love that note. It reminds me of like Thanksgiving and fall time. Very beautiful. There's frankincense in here to give it a little bit of that earthiness, a little bit of an herbal quality, I would say, just a tiny bit. Kind of resinous cashmere to smooth everything out, and sandalwood. You definitely pick up on the sandalwood. What a beautiful fragrance. I can see this being the perfect fragrance when you want to just snuggle up in a warm, fuzzy blanket or a nice, comfy sweater. If you're looking for an alternative to Nishane Ani and you like warm, spicy, woody fragrances, I think this is a great one to try. And again, this is Nasheed by Lattafa. The next fragrance in the lineup is this one from Paris Corner, and this is Kahila Luxe. Very cool bottle. There's like a horse's head on top there. Another weighted, heavy bottle. This fragrance is incredible. One of my faves. If you are a fan of Kayali's Invite Only Amber, this fragrance might be one to try for you. It's very heavy on the amber. It's similar to the last fragrance we talked about, but this one is sweeter. It's got a little bit more warmth to it, almost a bit of fruitiness. This one is stunning. This one just feels a lot warmer. It's more powdery, a little bit more musky. There's a note of cinnamon in here, which just gives it that very warm, comforting feeling. There are a lot of notes in this fragrance, and definitely that sweetness is very evident, and I think that comes from that apple note. In the top, you also have some sweet almond. There's cinnamon in here, which is just the perfect spice. Orris, rose. There's a note of hay, patchouli, cedarwood, so very woody and spicy. You have some benzoin and amber in here, labdanum, sandalwood, and musk. This is the perfect fragrance for cooler autumn days. Again, another comforting snuggle up fragrance. It's just so nice. That sweetness is really nice in here. If you're looking for a sweet, warm, ambery fragrance that's a little bit woody and a little bit resinous, this one might just be for you. This is such an intoxicating scent. I can't wait to start wearing this one when it gets a little bit cooler. And once again, this is Gila Lux by Paris Corner. Of course, I love to gravitate to my woodsy, ambery, spicy fragrances in the fall, but I do like to have a little bit more options. So the next one we're going to talk about is this fragrance right here, and this is from Al Haramain, and it's called Janoon Noir. This is a beautiful powdery floral fragrance with loads of vanilla. If you're a fan of Dama Bianca by Xerjoff, this fragrance is very similar and it's definitely inspired by that scent. There's a gorgeous note of kumquat and lime in here, which gives it that beautiful citrusy opening to add a bit of freshness. I am definitely a lover of powdery fragrances, and this one has it. You have violet and orris, also jasmine and lily of the valley. There's vanilla, musk, sandalwood, and cedar in the base. And this fragrance is blended to perfection. All the notes just work so nicely together. You're going to be left with a sweet, powdery, beautiful floral, feminine fragrance that's going to last all day. I get at least 8 to 10 hours of wear with this one. And again, this is Janoon Noir from Al Haramain, one of my absolute favorite Middle Eastern fragrances that I own, and I think it would be my top recommendation from this video. The next one I wanted to talk about is Artisan Ethnique, and this is one from Lattafa, one of my newest additions in my collection. This one definitely falls in that category of those warm, spicy, woodsy fragrances, but it's a little bit different in that it's more sweet. Definitely the sweetest of the bunch. Loads of vanilla in this one, and it is super boozy. This is a very boozy fragrance. And this fragrance is supposed to be similar to Sugar Addict from Born to Stand Out. So with a name like that, you can only anticipate so much sugar, and it is super sweet, but I do love that. There's a beautiful note of rum in this fragrance, so it is super boozy. It is just an opening top note, but for me, it lasts throughout the whole wear of this fragrance. There's also cinnamon in here and sugar, so it's a little bit spicy. In the mid, you have caramel, so even more sugar. There's a beautiful cacao note and coffee with oak moss, also vanilla, cashmere wood, tonka bean, and labdanum. I do love the additions of the coffee and the cacao. You can definitely pick those out, and it works so nicely with the sweetness of this fragrance. The cashmere wood, tonka bean smooth everything out. This one is beautiful. If you're looking for a sweet, boozy fragrance, this one might just be for you. Check this one out. This is Artisan Ethnique by Lattafa. I do love the woodsy, spicy fragrances for the fall time, but I still gravitate to floral fragrances, and this is my go-to. This is Club de Nuit Imperial from Armaf. This is a deep, rich floral fragrance with the emphasis being on the note of rose. If you like fragrances like Delina or Delina Exclusive, you're going to like this fragrance. This is a deep, rich rose fragrance, but it also has some freshness and fruitiness and loads of vanilla, which I love. That brightness and freshness comes from the note of lychee and bergamot. You also have a little bit of spice from nutmeg, a beautiful Turkish rose note, vanilla, musk, peony, which I absolutely love. The note of peony is so beautiful in fragrances. You have vanilla, incense, cashmere, and cedar. This scent is absolutely intoxicating. If you are a fan of rose, you have to check out this one. This fragrance will get you loads of compliments. It leaves an intoxicating trail, and it lasts so long, at least 10 to 12 hours plus. It is very strong, so spray lightly. I have several fragrances from the Club de Nuit line from Armaf, and I can't believe how good they are. I'm excited to try even more. I think a great way to describe this fragrance would be that it's like a love child between Delina and Delina Exclusive. You get the best of both worlds here. Beautiful brightness from Delina, plus that deep, intense rose from Delina Exclusive. I absolutely adore this fragrance. If you are a lover of rose, I think this is a safe blind buy. And again, this is Club de Nuit Imperial from Armaf. These are just some of the fragrances that I'm excited to wear this fall season. Of course, I could pull even more from my collection. I see my Kayali's here, Vanilla 28, Deja Vu White Flower. I'm going to be reaching for those non-stops. They are just staples in my collection. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it got you interested in trying out some new Middle Eastern fragrances. And thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.